The Milford Mill complex was smaller than the Strutts main site at Belper, but still considerable until the demolitions took place in the 1960s. As well as photography, we now have 3D modelling of the site by Matlock-based Evans Vettori, funded by the Great Place scheme, allowing us to move around and appreciate the site as it was in the first half of the 20th century. We start at the wheel pit, which still survives in the Soy Kitchen car park. Previously, this was covered and part of a complex of smaller buildings. Sadly, we have no photography of these buildings, so they are greyed out. Maps and plans show that they existed, but we don't know exactly what they look like. One of the more unusual buildings was the Unitarian Chapel, which you can see built up against the wall with the deep arched windows. This later became a store before its demolition. Next to it, on a higher level, is the Strutt Arms, built in 1901 on the site of an earlier farmhouse owned by the Harvey family. It's a substantial building, designed to host the Strutt family's visitors if they weren't staying at the family home, Makeney House, now Makeney Hall. We move round to one of the main entrances to the mill site. On the left is the old lockup for anyone caught by the Strutt night watchman doing something they shouldn't. Going on site, directly ahead of us, at the end of the brick building, is the lime-washed manager's office with its distinctive chimney. Beyond it, we again see the greyed-out stores and stables at the southern end of the site. Turning the corner and then elevating, we see the 1926 generator building associated with the site's turbines. This building survived and is still in use. Behind it is the main mill, stone built, and as you can see as we rise further, it is made up of several interlocking wings. The old mill, in the foreground, was completed in 1780. The east wing of 1805-1806, on the far right, was iron framed and had a large clock tower. In the distance, across the road, is the dyeing and bleaching works. As we come down, on the right is the warehouse of 1792-93, fireproof by William Strutt, with iron columns supporting protected timber beams and brick arches paved with tiles. Across the road from the mill site is Chevin Alley, mill workers' cottages with the gardens facing them across the footway. We drop down now and follow the road to the bridge. It was narrower than it is now, created in 1793 when the river bridge was built. As we head towards a gangway that connected the two sides of the mill complex at first floor level, we pass, on the right, a small butcher's shop and a grocer's and bakery business belonging to the Brooks family. The gangway wasn't stone like its Belper counterpart. After crossing the road, it remained elevated in order to pass over the Leet water and enter the mill complex below the clock tower. Beneath it, sluices controlled the water supply to the turbines. Continue your look around the Milford Mills, as well as the Belper Mills before 1898 and in 1921, in the other videos within this series.